I'm not sure if anybody's ever taken a Tascam M3700 or an M3500 apart before to do some service on it, but this is a typical module for the channel strips. There's 4 channels in each of these. I guess you can call it a bucket. And you can see obviously starts up with the preamp section, gets into the EQ, the auxes, the small fader, the assignments for the buses, and then the solo mute and pan. But these are fairly simple to work on. All you have to do is there's 4 screws, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, that you take off, and then you can get to the cards. Now, to get the cards out, you have to take all these knobs off. You know, they just pull off. Real simple, like that. And then there's a little nut that you have to take off. Then when you do that, you can pull out these cards. And each channel has 2 different cards. The top card is obviously for the preamp and the EQ. And the bottom is for the auxes and then the small fader in the bus assignments. But to recap these, it's pretty simple. I mean, I think for each channel, I think there are 32 electrolytic capacitors. They're all polarized. So, and what I did with mine is I upgraded to audio grade Nitishan or Nishikatan, or I can't remember what they're called. But anyway, they're pretty high quality. But I think I paid, you know, all in for all 32 channels. In the fader packs, I'll show a fader pack in another video. And let's see what else. I think that's it. The master section. I think I paid maybe $400 for capacitors total, and I bought extras. And so if you're proficient at you know, doing some basic soldering, and you know, you can do it yourself. Let me see if I can dig out one of these boards. Oops, sorry about that. I'm doing 2 things here at once. So here's one of the boards. If you took it out, pretty straightforward. All right. You can see all the capacitors here. Now you do have to take this bottom plate off, but it just presses in. It's not a big deal. So if you just take your time and you know, make sure you notate where these connectors go, because in the bottom of the chassis of the console, these have to go to their corresponding spot. And it's simple, you know, once you pull it out, you got enough lead to be able to put some tape on there to identify what channel it is, where it's coming out, and then when you plug it back in, you'll know where it goes. But it's pretty straightforward. It took me, you know, at my leisure, probably about 2 weeks to recap the entire board, and it sounds fantastic now. So, just a quick video on what a module looks like.